With kind permission of guest and principal ma'am, can we start our ceremony? Ma'am, can we start?
Yes, I think because guests will join at 9:30, so we have to commence with our prayer and other process. So I think we can start.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Good morning to all present here. Happy International Women's Day to all. I, Komal Arora, heartily welcome all the dignitaries, principals, faculty members, and students, and my dear participants on behalf of Anand Law College and Anand College of Legal Studies in today's inaugural ceremony of National E-Seminar on International Women's Day under the theme of Global Landscape of Women's Empowerment in Today's Era, which is jointly organized by Anand Law College and Anand College of Legal Studies. As we know that International Women's Day is celebrated every year on 8th March. International Women's Day is a global day celebrating the social, economic, cultural, and political achievements of women. The day also marks a call action for the accelerating women's equality. As per our Indian tradition, we do prayer before the commencement of any program. So, following our tradition, we are also going to start our program with the remembrance of Almighty of God. For prayer, I would like to request Mr. Kamal Parikh to play the prayer.
सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा
Thank you so much. Moving further, I would like to request Mr. Kamal Parikh to play the SRK song. I request all the guests and attendees to rise in the honor of our Mandal song.
संत विवेकानंद ने विचारधारा श्री राम कृष्ण ने संत विवेकानंद ने विचारधारा उठ जाग अनेक ध्येय प्राप्त संकल्प करी यश गाथा संकल्प करी यश गाथा कर्मवीर सरदार अनेक लक्ष्य मां परिदाता बहुजन हिताय बहुजन सुखाय मंत्र कणा जप था बहुजन हिताय बहुजन सुखाय मंत्र कणा जप था सर्व गुण समुचियो कमल श्री राम कृष्ण सेवा मंडल श्री राम कृष्ण सेवा मंडल श्री राम कृष्ण सेवा मंडल सदा खड़खड़ता मन वचन कर्म ने पवित्र समरसताना धर्म तळाच्या पाठ सहू गणगणिता समरसताना धर्म तळाच्या पाठ सहू गणगणिता सर्व दूर सबकी कमळ श्रीराम कृष्ण सेवा मंडळ श्रीराम कृष्ण सेवा मंडळ श्रीराम कृष्ण सेवा मंडळ संस्कार स्वास्थ्य पाठ छात्र नित्य गाता पाठ छात्र नित्य गाता
Thank you so much. Now, I would like to request Dr. Amit Kumar Parmar, sir, Principal of Anand Law College, for welcome address.
Very good evening to all of you. We know 8 March we celebrate International Women's Days across the world. From our ancient history, our ancestors have accepted and believed in thought Nari to Narayani. In modern era, we celebrate Women's Day to present their demands. We celebrate this day every year throughout various means and hence today demands we have gathered over here on this special occasion. I am delighted to welcome you all to the inauguration functions of the National E-Seminar on Global Landscape of Women's Empowerment in Today's Era, which is organized by Anand Law College and Anand College of Legal Study, managed by Sri Ramakrishna Seva Mandal. Happy International Women's Day to all of you. I would like to give a warm welcome to our chief guest, Dr. Rajul Ben Desai. Your presence in this event has made this occasion more graceful. On behalf of our both the institution and Sri Ramakrishna Mandal, welcome to Raju Ben. Very heartily welcome. I would like to heartily welcome to our guest of honors, Pavani Mahalakshmi. Thank you, madam, for being present here and making this occasion special. Once again, welcomes to our both the institution. I would like to welcome our distinguished guest, our guided and supporter, our Honorable Secretary Srimati Josnaben Patel. A very warm welcome to you, madam, on behalf of our both the institution. I would like to welcome the President of Sri Ramakrishna Seva Mandal and very well known advocate Sri Hemant Bhai J. Patel sir. Your presence and encouragement is always precious for us. Welcome sir once again on behalf of our Mandal and our both the institution. I welcome to Rekha Kumari Singh, in charge Dean Faculty of Law, Sardar Patel University, and in charge Principal of Anand College of Legal Studies. Welcome to Rekha Ben on both the institution and our Mandal. I welcome to the coordinator of the event, faculty members and administrative members who are present here. I welcome all the research scholars, academicians, and students participants from state across India who are present here. A very warm welcome to all of you. Once again, I welcome all of you and wish you all the best of the today's e-seminar on Women Days. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words. Now, I would like to request Srimati Jyotsna Ben K. Patel, ma'am, Honorary Secretary of Sri Ramakrishna Seva Mandal, to shower her blessing on us.
Yes. Good morning to and warm wishes to all dignitaries present on this digital platform. I welcome respected Chief Guest Dr. Rajulben Desai, Guest of Honor Ms. Pavani Mahalakshmi, SRKSN President Shri Hemantbhai Patel, Dr. Amit Bhai, Dr. Rekha Kumari, all research scholars, faculty members, and dear students. I am delighted to be here at National E-Seminar organized today to celebrate International Women's Day. Since many years, SRKSM is organizing this type of programs on the theme of women empowerment every year through the family of various institutions under this umbrella. Our trust, Sri Ramakrishna Seva Mandal, began its journey in the year 1954 with the blessings of late Sri G.S. Patel and his team. We strongly believe in devotion towards humanity. SRKSM has earned the trust, fame, and the place in the people's heart due to philanthropic activities. Bahujan Hitai, Bahujan Sukhai has been the motto of SRKSM and completed 68 glorious years. Today, the Trust proudly announces to have more than 30 institutions always ready to meet with global needs and challenges hand in hand, emphasizing on quality education, healthcare, and social work. We are happy to have eminent speakers today who will share their valuable knowledge with our academicians, research scholars, and students. I am sure we will be able to contribute with this platform by discussing a role of women in new global perspective, and so we can be able to play a great role for society and nation building. Gandhiji rightly said, woman is a companion of man, gifted with equal mental capacity. In our ancient rich history, there were so many great women who contributed immensely for nation building and humanity. We all can agree to this. The female brain is naturally wired for long-term strategic planning, vision, and community building. I would like to congratulate both the institutions for organizing this event. I want to conclude by this famous ancient quote, Yatra Naryastu Pujyate Ramante Tatra Devtaha. Thank you one and all.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your kind words. Now, I would like to request Dr. Rekha Kumari R. Singh, ma'am, in-charge Dean Faculty of Law, Sardar Patel University, and in-charge Principal of Anand College of Legal Studies, for introduce our guest of honor and share objectives of the seminar.
Thank you so much, Ms. Komal Arora. Respected distinguished guests, faculty members, and my dear students. I welcome you once again in today's seminar on global landscape of women's empowerment in today's era. Now, as you know that we have organized this seminar to discuss the role of Indian women's inclusive growth and highlighting the social and economical and political role, how they are playing the roles. Apart from that, it's very important to understand the government, enactments and where is the policy gap which we face for implementation of that is laws. So this seminar is going to actually help the legislative framework for effective implementation of women's law. Now, I'm very delighted and honored to introduce our first guest of honor in today's seminar, Ms. Mahalakshmi Pavni ma'am. She ma'am is senior advocate who holds the distinction of being first woman from Karnataka and the sixth woman to be designated as a senior advocate by the Supreme Court of India after a full court discharge upon her as a senior gown on 23rd April 2015. Hailing from Bangalore, Karnataka, ma'am pursued her legal education from Bangalore University and where she earned her BLLB and subsequently ma'am has acquired her correspondence, her MA in Human Rights in Periyar University and thereafter ma'am has pursued her LLM in Labor and Administrative Laws from Annamalai University. Ma'am has enrolled the Bar Council of Karnataka on 21st August 1992 and commenced her practice under the aegis of late Sri K.C. Shiva Subramaniam, advocate. And thereafter, ma'am has gained tremendous exposure in the four fields of civil, criminal, and corporate litigation, as well as conveyancing. Ma'am has conducted a number of cases and appeared before the Karnataka High Court, also before the tribunal, quasi-judicial bodies, and other lower courts in state of Karnataka. Thereafter, in 1993, ma'am has appointed standing counsel in the criminal court that is conducted in the Mayo Hall. In 1998, ma'am has joined the chambers of late Sri P.P. Rao, senior advocate, and her father-in-law, and commenced practice at Supreme Court of India. Thereafter, ma'am had the esteemed privilege of assisting Shri Rao sir on a number of important matters before the Supreme Court. And in 2005, ma'am has again achieved one step as she has enrolled as an advocate on record the Supreme Court of India after achieving the third rank in the AOR examination that were conducted in the previous year. Apart from that, over the year, ma'am has represented Union of India, State of Punjab, number of other, especially ma'am has represented political leaders like Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, and number of eminent ministers of different states, which ma'am has argued before the Supreme Court. And ma'am has actually done a number of cases for private litigation, for providing the services in service law as well as criminal law. Ma'am is also a legal aid panel of Supreme Court. And the most important, which I like to emphasize and with honor, that in 2014, ma'am has elected President Supreme Court Women's Lawyer Association, a post she continues to hold to this day. And on 27th March 2015, ma'am has also elected as the first representative of Supreme Court Bar Association in the Gender Sensitization Committee, a post which she held for 2 years. And in 2015 December, again, ma'am was elected as a senior executive member of Supreme Court Bar Association and held the post for a year. Afterwards, ma'am has, in 2018, ma'am has appointed as a vice chairman of legal cell of Supreme Court of Indian National Congress. And ma'am has also contested for the post of senior executive at the Supreme Court Bar Association. And I like to say with honor that ma'am has won with the highest number of votes in 10 years. So ma'am has actually part of search committee instituted to identify the deserving advocates and recommend them for Honorable Chief Justice of India to be elevated to different high courts across India. And I would like to, ma'am has been recipient of several awards. I would like to mention the recognition of her efforts and contribution to law and society that ma'am has been conferred with the National Law Day Award 2016 by the International Council of Jurists and Diplomats. Ma'am has been awarded in Mahila Shakti Shirmoli Award by NGO in Nepal. Afterwards, in 2018, ma'am has also received the Sampark for Samarthan Award from the Bharatiya Janata Party. And in 2019, the Empathy Empowering People Against Hepatitis Award, which has been again conferred by Shri Om Birla, Honorable Speaker, Lok Sabha, and Dr. Harshvardhan, Union Health Minister. And in 2019, a book which is again titled Parmeshwar to PP, which is edited by ma'am and dedicated to fond memory of her father-in-law, Shri P.P. Rao sir, was released by Shri Venkaiah Naidu, Honorable Vice President of India, and her article is also published in national dailies, lawyer magazine, and web portals. I think this is a very, formal, but the moment I had a word with ma'am, ma'am is humble, kind, generous, dynamic personality with, beauty with brain. And I should say the word is very less. Ma'am, we are really honored to have you, and we would like to hear you, especially with the reference that the journey which you have struggled and you with the number of milestones what you have achieved. So that will be motivated to our young, I think, young generation. So session is yours, ma'am, and we once again we welcome on behalf of both the organization, ma'am. We welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Namaste to all my brothers and sisters who are watching me on this webinar, who have joined this webinar. I also take this opportunity to thank Shri Hemant Bhai Patel, President of Shri Ramakrishna Seva Mandal, Srimati Jyotsna Ben Patel, Secretary of the Ramakrishna Seva Mandal, Shri Dr. Amit Kumar Parmar, the Principal of Anand Law College, and Dr. Rekha Kumari Singh, the Dean Faculty of Law and the Principal of Anand Legal Studies. I am in fact humbled by this invitation, and I'm so happy to address you all on International Women's Day. A very, very happy International Women's Day to one and all. And well, everyone talks about Women's Day, women's empowerment and things like that. The key to women's empowerment is education. So education, if it is given to the person, and I'm speaking to every woman there who is empowered for the reason that you have decided, you have made a choice, your challenges are define you, and you have broken barriers, you have told your parents that you want to pursue law as a career, you are there. But let me tell you, my journey was not that easy, because I started in 1992 when I enrolled, and there were not many women in the profession. I started, and I was the only woman student in the College of Law, where there were about 25 men. So in those days, it was very, very difficult to find women. And then to get a placement, it was even more difficult, because I remember very clearly I had approached the Advocate General's office for a placement. And he looked at me and he said, how can you work here? We have late hours. And I said, I'll work, sir, because I'm very passionate about what I want to do. So he said, no, you'll be a center of distraction. But let me tell you, we have come a long way. Today, I feel so proud to see so many women entering the profession. The corridors of Supreme Court are, jostling with young women who want to make it out there, who are so passionate about things. But when people ask me, oh my God, girls come up to me and say, ma'am, we want to be like you. But let me tell you, they don't see the 30 years of hard work that I've put in to reach the place where I am. It's not been easy. It is breaking the ceiling. It is, breaking the myth. To survive in a male-dominated profession is really, really difficult. But we can achieve it if we are focused, we are dedicated, we are sincere, and we don't believe in short-term gains and short-term results. We have to work. Give it your all. Give it your best. Be that bold woman, that fearless, courageous, kind, compassionate person. And, you have to find your soul. You have to take the road less traveled, because that makes a lot of difference. You have to feel passionate about whatever you're doing. Rome was not built in a day, my dear girls. So it takes time. Life is a journey. It is filled with all kinds of hurdles and obstacles. So you have to stay your ground. You have to stay grounded. You are unique in yourself. You don't have to emulate somebody. You don't have to copy somebody. You don't have to compare yourself with somebody. Everyone has their destiny written for them. It is only how you nurture your journey. So empowerment for me means what? Empowerment means I am able to take my decisions. I'm able to stand my ground. I'm able to earn independently and also decide what I have to do with my money. So financial independence is maybe the first step towards empowerment. But what do we do as lawyers? When you all are all students, so your contribution also should be there. You should give something back to society. When you have taken so much from society, you should also empower the less fortunate, the less educated. You should tell them about their rights. You should take up causes. You should lead by action. Your work should speak. It's not simply coming here on a Women's Day and saying you should do this, you should do that. No, you should in fact emulate. You should put it in writing, and your actions should speak. I'm the president of the Women's Lawyers Association, and our association has taken up a lot of causes for the downtrodden women. We do individually, we help, and socially we help. We come as a collective organization to get relief we are doing this online ban on online pornography. We have in fact sought the amendment of POCSO. It is because of our petition that ultimately the government agreed to bring in death penalty as a punishment, as a deterrent. Why? Because we wanted even chemical castration, but it was not taken up by the earlier government. But Sri Modi's government came to the forefront and they have taken up. They also say Beti Padhao, Beti Bachao, Beti Bachao and Beti Padhao. But I say Beti ko Padhao and Beti ko Badhao, because until and unless we are given a platform, we are given a technical background, technical education, skills, and promoting women, it doesn't happen. We need the support of family. We need the support of our peers, our colleagues, our friends, and charity begins at home. So when I say woman empowerment, I treat my son and daughter both equally. I do not put the son on a platter or the girl on a platter. Both are given the same treatment. So, and when we say about gender parity, gender equality for me is not a female fight. It is a human fight. Why? Because I believe that when I say I'm equal to a man, I don't ask for any concession on any ground. I ask for representation, equal representation. I don't ask for reservation. Why? Because I am the same woman who says I'm equal to a man in every right. So why should I ask for concession? On what ground am I lesser mortal? Please tell me. So this is my passion. I want to see more women on the judiciary. I want to see more women representation on the judiciary. See, the change is evolving. It is gradual, it is slow, but it is happening. In 90 years ago, in 1937, Anna Chandni was the first woman to become the Munsif, in a Malayali woman to become the first Munsif. In 1948, she became a district judge, and in 1959, she became the first woman judge of the Kerala High Court, right? And now in 2027, India will see its first woman Chief Justice, Honorable Justice B.V. Nagaratna. So it's taken 90 years for this change to happen. So if we all wake up now and say, yes, be the change you want to see. Mahatma Gandhi said that. Be the change. So we have to change ourselves. Don't expect others to help us. If we do, and others will follow. Be that beacon, be that guiding light, be an idol for others to follow. So when you do that, probably 40 years down the lane, you will see 50% representation in the judiciary, in the lower judiciary, in the higher judiciary, and probably at Supreme Court and things like that. So we have to work hard. We have to assert our independence. We have to assert our rights. See, feminism is not about women's rights. Feminism is speaking about equality between both the sexes. So that is very important. In fact, I also had the privilege of arguing about women representation to the higher judiciary, and I wanted women advocates on records and advocates practicing in the Supreme Court to be sent as judges to various high courts, because we people who practice here are like orphans. No high court is willing to take any of the lady advocates practicing in Supreme Court because they believe that they belong to a thing. No, we are all Indian citizens and our motto is to serve our country. So why not we have a lot of intelligent person and women who are willing to sacrifice. Becoming a judge is no easy thing. It is so much of hard work and dedication. And women are good multitaskers. They can manage the house, they can manage the office, they can manage the chamber, they can manage a lot of things. Why? Because they are made like that. A woman is just not a wife, she's just not a mother, she's just not a sister, she's a daughter, she's a friend, she's a nurse, she's a companion. She fulfills the, everything. So when on Mother's Day, people say that God was not available to everyone. That's why he sent women to be mothers. So mothers are gods. So we fulfill all the criteria. We fulfill all our duties. Maya Angelou, she was an American writer. She said, each woman, when she stands up for herself, she possibly without claiming, without knowing, stands up for each woman. So, my dear friends, all of us should take those bold initiative and stand up, because, when you see injustice happening anywhere, you should not just turn your face the other way. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. That's what Martin Luther King said. So we have to follow, we have to take up bold initiatives and empower the younger persons, the people in the house who are uneducated. Make them aware about their rights, about what they stand for. Let them not be subjected to domestic violence. They should ask for their rights. They should forcefully stand up and say, yes, we can do it. So that is empowerment. There must be more women in the decision-making policies. Brigham Young, he was an American leader. He said, when you educate a man, you educate a man. But when you educate a woman, you educate a generation. So it is very important that we, selflessly, educate others around us. We have to take this call, take this step forward and say, yes, we can do it. And in politics, they say, when you ask a man, you simply ask a man hand. But when you want to get anything done, you ask a woman. Why? Because she will do it. So where is women representation? The 33% has still not seen the light of the day in the parliament. When I argued before the 5 judges bench, Honorable Justice Kehar, he was heading the bench and he said, Mahalakshmi, what do you think should be the percentage? 10%, 20%? I said, no. Then he said, what? 33%? You all have not even got 33% in parliament. I said, Lord, I want 50%. All the 5 judges looked at me in a state of shock. Just imagine judges, such erudite judges of the Supreme Court, even their mindset. They were taken aback because I asked for 50% representation. So when then they looked at me and they said, I said, my Lord, lead by example. The legislature had not done it. Let the judiciary take a stand. Let them move forward. So and this empowerment, this representation of women equal, that has to take place. For that to take place, we live in India. So we live in a patriarchal mindset community where the men think they are the boss. They bring food to the table, so everything should revolve around them. No, we women are also going places. They are going to the moon. We are fighting the war. There are the people in the army have got the commission. Women are entitled for everything. So there are breaking barriers in every field. So why not equal representation? So that is what I feel, that you should really work hard, work hard, do things, and lead by example. So another thing is, yeah, and everything has its time. So probably today, after 90 years, even after Regina Guha, she was the first woman who moved the Calcutta bench in those days in 1918 to be registered as a lawyer. So from her fight to seeing so many women being enrolled as advocates, practicing in various courts of the country, India has come a long way, very long way. So this is what I want to say, because about there is so much to say about empowerment, about women, and but this is what I want to send a message to all my law students out there from Anand Legal Studies and Anand Law College. That dream, aim for the stars, aim for the sky, and don't settle for anything less. Give it your best. Do whatever you have to. Be focused and be honest. Be true to your conscience. So these are my what do you say? Be passionate about what you have to do. These are not just mere guidance or things like that. I am saying it out of experience. This is what I practice. This is what I believe, and this is what I discharge. People say lawyers are liars, but let me tell you, I don't lie and I don't believe, because the truth is for everyone to see. The judges are so intelligent, they know who is lying, and never mislead your client, misguide your client. Be there. And today's clients are very, very intelligent. They go up to Google and then they try to find out, and they try to teach us law, but that is not right. So until and unless you have your basics set right, you're honest about it, you're passionate about it, I'm sure you all will all go a long, long way. So you just have to be true to your soul, true to your conscience, and help the needy, help women, stand up for those women, those underprivileged women, teach them about their rights, teach them what they can do, how they can contribute, and help them, guide them the right way. We have so many women laws, but sometimes I feel so sad that these women laws are being used to as what do you say, as blackmail tactics, as arm twisting tactics, to taking revenge tactics to harass the man and things like that. So I blame the advocate, not the woman. So there are laws to protect us, there are laws to guide us, there are laws to everything, but it has to be implemented and properly implemented, and people need to be guided rightly. So this is my message to all of you. I don't know what else to say. I have a lot to say because I have not come here with a prepared speech. I've just come here and I wanted to speak from my heart. I wanted to, dil se, communicate to all of you, saying that yes, we can achieve in this life if we have our goals set right. Yes, doctor.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I think your each and every word has empowered everyone, like whether it is male or female. Because I think the entire experience, what we are able to see the emotions, we are able to see the passion, how there. So we are really able to connect with, and we are really grateful that to hear you, ma'am, on this auspicious day. And I really want to convey gratitude on behalf of both the organization, that your each and every word really means a lot for us.
You please accept my sincere gratitude for having given me this platform and to speak my heart out to my young sisters, my young would-be lawyers, my young colleagues who are going to join me sooner or later. I wish you all the best, and I wish you all a very happy International Women's Day. God bless.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for very motivational words. Now, I would like to request Dr. Rekha Kumari R. Singh, ma'am, for introduce our chief guest.
Thank you so much, Komal. So let me see whether ma'am has joined. Sorry for the inconvenience, but ma'am is joined within 1 or 2 minutes because of technical issue. Ma'am is not able to join, so we are just waiting for the guest, another guest. So I just request all the delegates, all the participants, just wait for few minutes. Thank you so much for the patience. By the time ma'am is joining, I would like to introduce about ma'am. Uh, our now next guest and chief guest for today's inaugural session is Dr. Rajul Ben L. Desai, member of National Commission for Women. Now, if I have to introduce her, let me start with the journey of her birth. मैम का जन्म जो है हिम्मत नगर में 1978 में हुआ था एंड 16 वर्ष की आयु तक उनका जो एजुकेशन है वो हिम्मत नगर में ही और अध्ययन कर रहे थे एंड एक युवा लड़की के रूप में वो हमेशा अपने पिता से प्रेरित थे जो कि हिम्मत नगर में सामाजिक कार्य करता थे एंड अपने पिता के कामों के योगदान की याद में हिम्मत नगर में सार्वजनिक सड़क का नाम लालू भाई देसाई रोड रखा गया था उन्होंने सार्वजनिक जीवन में एक सार्वजनिक सेवा से शुरुआत की जिससे बनासकांठा जिले में महिलाओं की स्थिति कानून और महिला विकास और लैंगिक असमानता के क्षेत्र में डॉक्टरेट की उपाधि प्राप्त की 9 मई 1978 को हिम्मत नगर में जन्मे राजुल बेन एक उच्च सम्मानित परिवार से हैं जिनके पिता हिम्मत नगर में जाने माने वकील और सामाजिक कार्यकर्ता थे उनके पिता का एक सपना था कि वो शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में आगे बढ़ने और मानवता की सेवा में एक इंसान के रूप में सेवा करने के लिए बड़ा प्रयास करके एक इंसान के रूप में एक महान कर्तव्य निभाएंगे और इसी आदर्श से जो राजुल मैम हैं उन्होंने बाल कल्याण करके अपने पिता के सपने को पूरा किया है उन्होंने कानून के संबंधित विभिन्न पुस्तकें लिखी हैं सूचना के अधिकार अधिनियम मर्यादा अधिनियम वकालत का कोर्स परीक्षा अधिनियम भारत के महिलाओं के लिए अंतर्राष्ट्रीय सम्मेलन और कार्यवान और 21वीं सदी में महिलाओं की स्थिति बदलना उनकी प्रकाशित पुस्तकें हैं और अगर मैं मैम की बात करूं तो उन्होंने सामाजिक और शैक्षिक रूप से पिछड़े हुए समाज से आए हैं लेकिन उन्होंने पिता की कानूनी योग्यता का भी समर्थन किया और जीपीएससी क्लास 2 में पास होने के बाद वे एक शास्त्री विद्या संकुल मणिनगर में नौकरी की और ससुराल वालों की इच्छा के अनुसार नौकरी से इस्तीफा दे दिया आज की बेटियां कभी भी इतना त्याग और बलिदान करने को तैयार नहीं हो सकती हैं जो उन्होंने किया है और उसके बाद देसाई मैम ने बनासकांठा जिले के छात्राओं के लिए न्यू लॉ कॉलेज दिशा की शिक्षा का सबसे अच्छा कॉलेज साबित किया गुजरात में भाजपा की जो पार्टी है एक समर्पित महिलाओं के रूप में प्रशंसा की गई है चाहे वो भाजपा की महिला मोर्चा में कार्य कर रही हैं या बेटी बचाओ या बेटी पढ़ाओ भूमिका में गुजरात राज्य बाल अधिकार संरक्षण आयोग में निदेशक के रूप में किया गया है एंड जैसा कि आप जानते हैं कि मैम हैज assumed the office of member National Commission for Women on the same day that is on 8th March in 2019 and as already I've shared that ma'am has graduated from psychology and had completed her LLM in criminology and PhD in law department Apart from that, ma'am has really conducted number of that is seminar and events on Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao campaign, Good Touch and Bad Touch campaign, women empowerment movement in the state of Gujarat. And most important, ma'am has also conducted Balika Shiksha Abhiyan in Rajasthan for Devasi community. And as you know that ma'am has also awarded with a number of prestigious award, which I would like to emphasize that ma'am has been awarded by a Shreshtha Mahila Award on the occasion of International Women's Day in 2018. And already I mentioned that this award is not just a recognition, but because her thoughts, her activities is based on number of activities which is emphasis on domestic violence, sexual harassment, social status of women, and women dignity through media and social media. And ma'am has attended number of programs. Apart from that, ma'am has been recently appointed by the UGC committee for as a chairperson for whatever as per the policy of national education policy, that whatever the activities which are conducted in higher education. So ma'am is a chairperson, and we are really proud to have you, ma'am, and looking forward to hear from you. So over to you, ma'am. I hope ma'am has joined. Ma'am is joining. By the time I like to brief about the seminar. Like as you know, the seminar theme is global landscape of women's empowerment in today's era, and we have divided our technical session in two parts. And the objective already I have mentioned that we know that if we talk about the legislations, if we talk about the laws pertaining to women empowerment, there's number of plethora of laws which is there in our country when we talk about the women's law. But somewhere, as dealing from law fraternity, it is our duty and responsibility towards the society that how we can contribute the lacunas, the challenges, and when it comes to implementation of that is seminar. So we have been trying to discuss the first of all the role of Indian women's role of women in India, and try to understand the inclusive growth. And it is actually said, rightly said by Swami Vivekanand ji, that if you want to see the growth of any nation, then that you can see and observe through the the status of the women. So it's very important to understand and analyze the status of women in our country in today's era. We are also trying to highlight on the progress achieved towards the goal of women empowerment. We are going to emphasis on social legislations where we need to put transformation, social transformation, and that we can analyze with the government policies, the legislations, and we are going to understand the gaps and lacuna and challenges so that we can actually try to find out why the laws, number of laws we have, but where is the challenge to implement. Apart from that, we are going to understand and discuss the issues to be tackled to streamline the existing programs on women empowerment. Also, we would like to mention strengthen the women access to access to leadership position in the public and private sector, and we are going to understand that is the elimination, discrimination, all forms of violence against women and the girl child. Now, as you know, this year the theme is breaking the bias. Now, this theme is actually talking about more on that neutral approach. Second is like, because every female, if every that is gender, if we talk about everyone going through some biasness in their life, we need to understand the biasness, and we have to actually break the challenges, the reasons for, if anyone, like Mahalakshmi ma'am has rightly put the so many motivation words that don't stop yourself and sky is the limit. So I think with this note, we are going to focus on these issues, and let's put effort that this seminar should give some outcome result, which should be helping the society, the legislations, and more important, the nation. So thank you so much for listening me. Sorry, all the delegates, ma'am is joining. So just give me 2 minutes more. I'm really sorry, and like humbly, I would like to say sorry for the inconvenience which is caused because of us. Welcome, ma'am. Welcome. And I know, ma'am, today your schedule is so hectic because National Commission for Women, lot of number of program is scheduled. So, ma'am, हम हमारे दोनों संस्थाओं से आपको आपका स्वागत करते हैं. And because meantime आप नहीं थे, तो I have given you brief profile so that कि जो हमारे delegates हैं, they should know about you. So we welcome you, ma'am, and over to you, ma'am. Thus we want to hear from you.
Good morning, one and all, and good morning, Anand institutions, legal studies institutions. Good morning, all the faculty members, particularly my friend Rekha Singh, trustees, and dear students. Today, behalf of NCW, I would like to congratulate and best wishes for International Women's Day. Okay, first I like to नमो देव्ये महादेव्ये शिवाय सततम नमः नमः प्रकृति भद्राय प्रणता नियता स्मताम रौद्राय चैन्द्र रूपिण्ये ज्योत्स्नाय शुभाय सततम नमः। शिव शक्ति का रूप जो महिला को किया गया है प्रकृति ने, इतने साल पुरानी हमारी संस्कृति है जिसमें सृजन, संवर्धन और संरक्षण ये तीनों परिभाषाएं महिलाओं को दी गई है। मैं वंदन करती हूँ उस नारी शक्ति को। फिर से आप सबको अंतर्राष्ट्रीय महिला दिवस की हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं देते हुए मैं गर्व महसूस करती हूँ। God may be in the details, but the goddess is in the questions. Once we begin to ask them, there is no turning back. The basic unit of the society is a woman. A woman makes a family makes a home, and a home makes a society. Women's safety has to be our priority. It's important for everyone, from the government to individuals, to join hands to make India a safer place for women to live. Women still are in the fear of their well-being. While the world has achieved progress towards gender equality, and our Indian Constitution also mentions that Article 14, right to equality, Article 15 to special provisions for women and children, and Article 21, right to live with dignity. Gender equality and women's empowerment, women continue to suffer discrimination and violence in every part of the world. Women's safety, what can you do and I do? Every citizen needs to decide and affirmatively agree that each person has the right to be safe. Our constitution states that every single person is equal before the law. And so why should it not be reflected in practices in our society? Nowadays हम देख रहे हैं कि काफी सारी bad practices society में आज भी हमारे बीच है। देख लो कि ग्लोबल विमेन एम्पावरमेंट की आज हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं। जो थीम है अभी इंटरनेशनल विमेन डे पे 2022 की जेंडर इक्वालिटी टुडे फॉर अ सस्टेनेबल टुमारो, ये थीम इंटरनेशनल प्लेटफॉर्म पे डिसाइड की गई है। रिकॉग्नाइज द कंट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ women and girls around the world who are leading the charge on climate change adaptation, mitigations and response to build a more sustainable future to all. Sustainable development के विषय में आज ये डिस्कशन भी जरूरी है क्योंकि ये इंटरनेशनल थीम है। क्लाइमेट चेंज की हम बात कर रहे हैं या जेंडर फ्री एटमॉस्फेयर इन आवर इंस्टीट्यूशंस, जेंडर फ्री एटमॉस्फेयर इन ऑल फील्ड्स, वो चाहे बिजनेस रिलेटेड कंपनीज में होना चाहिए, वो अपने घर से शुरुआत करनी चाहिए। क्योंकि मैंने देखा है, आज भी हमने देखा है कि महिला का रिस्पेक्ट, डिग्निटी ऑफ द विमेन शुड बी नेसेसरी। क्या हमारे घर की चार दीवार में से ये जो प्रैक्टिसेस है वो एज अ सन, एज अ डॉटर हमने की है कि फर्स्ट रिस्पेक्ट टू आवर मदर, respect our parents, respect our teachers. So we have to think about it. नाउडेज ये भी साइबर सिक्योरिटी, अभी इससे पहले जो मेरा साइबर सिक्योरिटी पे एक कॉलेज पे था, तो मैंने उनको बताया कि वी ऑल आर डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म, ओके। हम अभी तो वर्ल्ड में जी रहे हैं, वन वर्चुअल वर्ल्ड और सेकंड है फिजिकल वर्ल्ड। फिजिकल वर्ल्ड, आज हम वर्चुअल वर्ल्ड से जुड़े हुए हैं। सो वी ऑल आर डिजिटल पर्सनालिटी, वी हैव टू नीड डिजिटल डिसिप्लिन, we have to know that what is the legal remedies for particularly cybercrime and concern of women's safety. We have to know the social media do's and don'ts on social media. So social media जो है कंप्यूटर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक प्लेटफॉर्म पे आज हम काफी सारे सोशल एप्लीकेशंस पे जुड़े हुए हैं। तो विमेन इंटरनेशनल वुमेन डे पे आज नेशनल लेवल पे हमने साइबर सिक्योरिटी, नेशनल कमीशन फॉर विमेन ने साइबर सिक्योरिटी की थीम को इसलिए सिलेक्ट किया है कि टुडेज यूथ एंगेज ऑन सोशल मीडिया। तो सोशल मीडिया के डूज डॉन्ट्स, साइबर सिक्योरिटी मैकेनिज्म की लीगल फ्रेमवर्क, तो हमारा एक साइबर सिक्योर फ्रेमवर्क होना चाहिए। द इंटरनेट इज अ वर्ल्ड वाइड इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कंप्यूटर नेटवर्क that connects people and information, but every technology has its own advantages and disadvantages. Internet has several advantages, but it is considered as a haven for cyber criminals. Social media is the latest form of media available to the audience of various groups, ages and classes, but on the other side it is an encroachment to someone's privacy, which can lead to different type of illegal activities using the information such as name, location and email address for especially women are soft target by cyber criminals. We need to study the meaning and nature of cybercrime also. We have to know the legal mechanism and create awareness among the women and girls of the nationwide about the consequences of the cybercrime through the social media and networking sites. The reason is people have no idea where to load their complaints to prompt actions. मैंने एक particularly slogan बनाया है इस विषय को लेके, think before the click. Think before you post anything in social media. And think before you chat with someone in social applications. So, ये 3 slogans are most important for youth. सोशल मीडिया पे आप किससे बात कर रहे हैं, सोशल मीडिया पे आप क्या पोस्ट कर रहे हैं, और सोशल मीडिया पे आप किस तरह से फोटोज और वीडियोस जो है वो आप अपलोड कर रहे हैं। सो आईपीसी सेक्शन 354 ABCD की जो मैकेनिज्म है वो आपको पता ही होगा क्योंकि आप लॉ स्टूडेंट हो। सेकंड, आईटी एक्ट की सेक्शन 66, आईटी एक्ट की सेक्शन 67, 66E, 80 और 84। सबसे अच्छी बात मुझे इसमें ये लगी कि अटेम्प्ट टू हैकिंग, प्रोफाइल हैकिंग इज अ साइबर क्राइम, बट अटेम्प्ट टू प्रोफाइल हैकिंग इज आल्सो कंसिडर्ड एज अ क्राइम। और पनिशमेंट भी इसमें इसलिए ज्यादा दी गई है क्योंकि बी सीरियस, यूथ जो है इंटरनेट पे आज सीरियस बने। सो मैं ये भी कहना चाहती हूँ, बी रिस्पॉन्सिबल, बी कॉन्फिडेंट एंड बी स्मार्ट। ये 3 स्लोगन आज के इंटरनेशनल विमेन डे पे मैं कमीशन की ओर से मेरे यूथ को देना चाहती हूँ। सेकंड, दूसरा, क्योंकि यहाँ आज हमारा टॉपिक है ग्लोबल इक्वालिटी कंसर्न, सो as per our experience, as per my observations, क्योंकि पूरे देश में जब एज अ मेंबर ऑफ नेशनल कमीशन फॉर वुमेन हमें जाना रहता है, तो अभी ग्लोबल फेनोमेनन की बात में हम जा रहे हैं, तो नेशनल लेवल पे हमें ये 2-3 टॉपिक्स जो है उस पे भी चैलेंजेस है कि हमें क्या करना चाहिए। सेकंड थिंग्स है यूथ लेवल पे एजुकेशन सिस्टम, और एजुकेशन सिस्टम में एट्स वर्क फ्री फ्रॉम एटमोस्फियर। सो हेल्थी एटमोस्फियर हम कैसे, वायलेंस फ्री एटमोस्फियर हम कैसे डेवलप कर सकते हैं। एज पर द पोस्ट एक्ट, सेक्सुअल हैरेसमेंट एट वर्क प्लेस फॉर प्रोटेक्शन फॉर विमेन, ये स्पष्ट है कि आपको आईसी कंस्ट्रक्ट करनी है। ऑनरेबल सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने एक जजमेंट में आईसीसी को सिर्फ आईसी ही मतलब हमें बोलना चाहिए फॉर कंसर्न ऑफ डिग्निटी ऑफ विमेन। इंटरनल कमिटी, तो क्या इंटरनल कमिटी हमारे कॉलेजेस में है? सी द सेकंड थिंग्स, if internal committee is constructed in our college, our educational institutions, so what is about the training of IC members? क्या हमने हमारे कमिटी मेंबर्स को ये एक्ट के तहत हाउ टू फाइल द कंप्लेन, हाउ टू रजिस्टर कंप्लेन, उसके क्या रूल्स है, क्या नियम है उसके, किस तरह से हमें उसको इन्वेस्टिगेट करना है, किस तरह से उनकी इंक्वायरी कमिटी को हमें कंस्ट्रक्ट करना है, और हाउ मेनी डेज, कितने दिन में भी हमें ये पूरा जो मैकेनिज्म है जस्टिस की इन्वेस्टिगेशन हमारी प्रोसीजर कंप्लीट करनी है, और एनुअल रिपोर्ट में हमें ये इंफॉर्मेशन होनी चाहिए। So nowadays our education system is so active in our country. There are many universities and colleges as per the Act PPR 2013. Each college must have constructed IC. As expert member of IC, they not only ensure fair and just trials, but also provides assistance to the lady professors' comprehensive policies. Sometimes the victim is not aware of sexual harassment policies of the university level and college level. She does not believe in the fact that the university colleges might come to rescue her. So, in my opinion, it is inclusion of expert members in IC who will be in the real game changer. I also believe that one be fairly equipped with the legal knowledge how to sexual harassment prevention. One needs to know correct interpretation of the statute. It is very important for the IC members to understand the legal mechanism and implement the letter to law, not just by words, by the very spirit of it. So it is most important कि IC members की ट्रेनिंग होनी चाहिए। रेखा जी, मैं आपके इंस्टीट्यूशन में भी जो IC members है उनकी एक पर्टिकुलरली ट्रेनिंग होनी चाहिए कि हाउ टू डील विद कंप्लेनेंट्स एंड क्या रूल्स रेगुलेशन है। जैसे कि उसमें एक रूल्स है कि जैसे ही कंप्लेन हमें इंस्टीट्यूशन को मिलती है रिगार्डिंग सेक्सुअल हैरेसमेंट, तो कोई लड़की ने हमें कंप्लेंट्स दी है तो विदिन 10 डेज, विदिन 12 डेज, सो विदिन 12 डेज में हमारी फर्स्ट मीटिंग होनी ही चाहिए एज पर द रूल। देन विदिन 60 डेज में हमें उसको जस्टिस देना है। सो 10 डेज में मीटिंग होगी, फिर उसमें इंक्वायरी का कंस्ट्रक्शन होगा कि ये जो 6 मेंबर्स में से कौन से 3 मेंबर जो है चेयरपर्सन एंड अदर 2 मेंबर्स जो इन्वेस्टिगेशन करेंगे। सो एज अ इन्वेस्टिगेशन ऑफिसर उनके पास पावर्स है, एज अ सिविल जज वो इन्वेस्टिगेट कर सकते हैं, उनके पास डेटा कलेक्शन, एविडेंस कलेक्ट करना, इवन एफएसएल की अगर हेल्प चाहिए, पुलिस रिगार्डिंग हेल्प चाहिए, एडवोकेट्स की हेल्प चाहिए, तो वो सब पावर्स, ये मैकेनिज्म है एक्ट का। तो मुझे लगता है कि कई बार एक ट्रेनिंग होनी चाहिए, पर्टिकुलरली आईसी मेंबर्स को ट्रेन करने चाहिए, सो हाउ टू डील विद द कंप्लेनेंट्स। क्योंकि एज अ मेंबर ऑफ कमीशन मैं देहरादून, शिमला, तेलंगाना, हैदराबाद और उड़ीसा जाके जब यूनिवर्सिटीज के प्रोफेसर्स के साथ हमारी इस विषय को लेकर डिस्कस हुई कि हाउ मेनी कंप्लेंट्स रजिस्टर्ड इन लास्ट 1 ईयर, सो आंसर की नो मैम, हमारे यहाँ एक भी कंप्लेंट रजिस्टर नहीं हुई। सो मैंने उनको बताया कि दिस इज नॉट प्राउड फॉर यू, ये प्राउड की बात नहीं है, क्योंकि आज का यूथ जो है कहीं ना कहीं इसमें इस प्रकार की कंप्लेंट्स होनी ही चाहिए। अगर नहीं हो रही है तो इसमें डाउट हमें ये होता है कमीशन को कि आपने या तो फिर अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम्स नहीं किया फॉर स्टूडेंट्स, या तो आपके मेंबर्स को भी आपने ट्रेन नहीं किया है। सो आने वाले दिन में, क्योंकि आज मेरे पास एक न्यू रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज है कि यूजीसी की कमिटी में जब मुझे अपॉइंट किया है, तो यस्टरडे जो हमारी मीटिंग थी उसमें भी ये पॉइंट्स यूजीसी ने डिसाइड किया कि आने वाले दिनों में इस विषय को लेके स्ट्रिक्ट गाइडलाइंस जो है वो यूनिवर्सिटी को दी जाएगी। सेकंड थिंग्स कि सीडो डिक्लेरेशन जो इंटरनेशनल कन्वेंशन सीडो हुआ था, उसमें डिस्क्रिमिनेशन विमेन के रिगार्डिंग, घर में नहीं होना चाहिए, बाहर नहीं होना चाहिए। डीवी एक्ट में प्रोटेक्शन ऑफिसर्स का रोल जो है वो है कि घर की छोटी छोटी इश्यूज को भी स्पीडी जस्टिस, तो फेयर एंड स्पीडी जस्टिस के द्वारा उनको होना चाहिए। बट प्रॉब्लम ये आज आ रहा है कि डीवी एक्ट में ही लीगल रिफॉर्म्स की आवश्यकता है। डीवी एक्ट के प्रोटेक्शन ऑफिसर्स को वो पावर नहीं दी गई है कि वो स्पीडी ट्रायल कर सके। आज भी हमारी महिलाएं जो घरेलू हिंसा से पीड़ित है, वो महिलाएं आज की ठहर के ठहरी है, आज वो वहीं खड़ी है। ना तो जुडिशरी उनको कंपेंसेशन ऑर्डर, कस्टडी ऑफ चाइल्ड ऑर्डर या जो भी ऑर्डर वो वांट, व्हाट शी वांट, तो उसका मैकेनिज्म आज भी बहुत स्लो चल रहा है बिकॉज ऑफ कोविड के टाइम में हमने देखा कि काफी सारा वर्क जो है जुडिशरी का भी पेंडिंग था। लेकिन तो डीवी की काफी सारी कंप्लेंट्स हमें ये बताती है कि महिला की सुरक्षा के लिए लॉ स्टूडेंट्स और लीगल इंस्टीट्यूशंस की भी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी तय होनी चाहिए कि हाउस एरिया, स्लम एरिया और सोसाइटियल प्रोग्राम्स में जाके ये लीगल अवेयरनेस की छोटी छोटी बातें हमारे स्टूडेंट्स जाके सबके बीच करें। इस प्रकार से हमें उनको प्रैक्टिसिंग करवाना चाहिए, क्योंकि ये नीड है, जरूरियात जो है अभी, और उस पे अगर हमने इस विषय पे नहीं किया, जैसे कि अभी एक मैगजीन में पढ़ा था कि 22 इयर्स ओल्ड जेना मार्टिन ने अमेरिका में एक कानून पारित करवाया। उसका नाम है ई-स्कर्टिंग लॉ। स्मॉल स्कर्ट्स जो पहनते हैं खास करके वहां की फॉरेन कंट्रीज में लेडी, जब उसमें कोई मूवमेंट का वो शिकार हो जाती है, जैसे कि उनको झुकना होता है, जैसे कि ऐसी हालात में उनको कहीं ना कहीं बॉडी को टर्न लेना होता है, तो वो जो मूवमेंट का वो शिकार होती है उससे उनकी डिग्निटी वायलेट होती है। अब तक अमेरिका में ऐसा कोई कानून नहीं था कि ई-स्कर्टिंग के टाइम पे उसकी कोई फोटोज खींचे, कोई वीडियोस करे और वो सोशल मीडिया पे वायरल कर दे। तो इसके लिए कोई सजा मैकेनिज्म, कोई पनिशमेंट थियरी नहीं थी। तब जाके ये 22 इयर्स ओल्ड जेना मार्टिन ने अपने डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म पे अपनी फोटो जो किसी ने शेयर की थी वो पूरा जो उसका सोशल एड्रेस के साथ पोस्ट किया और ऊपर उसने रिक्वेस्ट डाली कि आप सब चाहते हैं कि ये मेरे साथ आज जो हुआ है वो गलत है, लेकिन मेरे साथ जो हुआ उसके बाद किसी और महिलाओं के साथ ये नहीं होना चाहिए। अगर इफ यू ऑल आर एग्री विथ मी, सो प्लीज योर डिजिटल सिग्नेचर इन दिस, मतलब मेरा पेपर है इस पे। तो 1 लाख से भी ज्यादा लोगों ने उसकी ये डिजिटल रिक्वेस्ट को एक्सेप्ट किया, उस पर सिग्नेचर किया, और ये जो उसका पूरा डिजिटल जो डॉक्यूमेंट है उसको वहां की पार्लियामेंट ने एज अ लॉ एस्टेब्लिश करने के लिए एक्सेप्ट किया। सो यूथ भी जो है कहीं लगता है कि ये गलत हो रहा है, तो गलत को गलत कहने की हिम्मत हमारे बच्चों में होनी चाहिए और वो ब्रेवली उसको बोले जहां भी लगता है कि ये है जो गलत है। जैसे कि ऑनलाइन स्टॉकिंग की हम बात करें, आईपीसी सेक्शन 354D ऑनलाइन स्टॉकिंग के लिए पनिशमेंट है, लेकिन अभी क्या सभी गर्ल्स स्टूडेंट्स को पता है कि ऑनलाइन स्टॉकिंग इज अ क्राइम, द साइबर क्राइम। ऑल्सो उस पर हम क्रिमिनल वे पे भी प्रोसीजर कर सकते हैं, अदरवाइज सिविल वे पर भी जा सकते हैं। सो फिजिकल स्टॉकिंग एंड ऑनलाइन स्टॉकिंग, और ऑनलाइन स्टॉकिंग के लिए भी हमें कहाँ कंप्लेन करनी चाहिए? हम हर एक डिस्ट्रिक्ट लेवल पे साइबर पुलिस, साइबर सेल जो है उस पर कंप्लेन कर सकते हैं। हम उसके लिए स्टेट वुमेन कमीशन को महिला कंप्लेन कर सकती है। अगर कोई स्टूडेंट गर्ल स्टूडेंट है तो वो नेशनल कमीशन फॉर वुमेन में भी अपनी कंप्लेन रजिस्टर करवा सकती हैं। अदरवाइज भारत सरकार ने साइबर क्राइम पोर्टल, भारत सरकार का जो साइबर क्राइम पोर्टल है उस पोर्टल पे जाके भी रिपोर्ट कर सकते हैं। रिपोर्ट में राइट टू प्राइवेसी कंसर्न को भी एक्सेप्ट किया हुआ है, और जो भी लड़की ने या कोई भी बॉयज ने कंप्लेन की है तो उनका नाम जो है वो प्राइवेसी कंसर्न को ध्यान में रखते हुए गुप्त रखा जाएगा। तो क्या स्टूडेंट्स कभी साइबर क्राइम पोर्टल की विजिट पे गए हैं? क्या हमारे स्टूडेंट्स कभी एनसीडब्ल्यू की साइट पे विजिट गए हैं? क्या हमारे स्टूडेंट्स कभी एनएचआरसी नेशनल ह्यूमन राइट कमीशन की विजिट पे डिजिटल विजिट? तो रेखा जी, मैं आपको कहना चाहती हूँ, क्योंकि यू आर सो एक्टिव, कि एक जो है डिजिटल विजिट और एक ऐसा प्रैक्टिस वर्क जो देना चाहिए इनको, जिसमें ये कोई भारत सरकार की ऐसी साइट्स जो लीगल अवेयरनेस और लीगल राइट्स के लिए काम कर रही है, उस पे हमारे लॉ स्टूडेंट्स विजिट जाए और वहां विजिट जाके वहां जाके उन्होंने क्या क्या ऑब्जर्व किया, उनका फीडबैक क्या रहा, उनको क्या जाने। तो ये डिजिटल विजिट इन डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म, और इसका भी एक मार्क्स काउंट होना चाहिए। सो हमारे प्रैक्टिकल वर्क में डिजिटल प्रैक्टिकल वर्क, तो हमारी एजुकेशन सिस्टम में अभी हम ये कर सकते हैं कि वो एनसीपीसीआर जो बच्चों के लिए है, नेशनल चिल्ड्रन के लिए है, तो उस पे भी होना चाहिए। तो वायलेंस फ्री सोसाइटी, वायलेंस फ्री कंट्री और रिस्पेक्ट विमेन, ये जो आइडियाज है, जो हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल गारंटीज है, हमारे इंटरनेशनल कन्वेंशन, ग्लोबल लेवल पे भी आज यही फाइट चल रही है कि रिस्पेक्ट द विमेन। अभी लास्ट वीक ही मेरी मीटिंग जर्मनी के एम्बेसडर से हुई थी। सो आई वाज सरप्राइज्ड कि जर्मनी के एम्बेसडर्स ने अपने इश्यूज बताए उनके देश की। तो उन्होंने बताया कि हमारे देश का यूथ आज रिस्पॉन्सिबल नहीं है कहीं, इससे कंपैरिजन में इंडिया का यूथ, आई अप्रिशिएट, यूथ ट्रांसपेरेंट है। इंडिया का यूथ जो है वो ज्यादा रिस्पॉन्सिबल है कंपैरिजन टू आवर कंट्री। तो मैंने पूछा क्यों, तो उन्होंने एक एग्जांपल बताया एंड मैं शेयर करना चाहती हूँ आपके बीच में, ताकि हमें भी पता चले। तो वो इंडियन यूथ से काफी इम्प्रेस है, काफी वो इम्प्रेस थे, क्योंकि उन्होंने बताया कि एक जो गरिमा है आज भी भारत का यूथ, जर्मनी की यूथ अपनी साइट पे जाके, ट्विटर पे जाके, स्नैपचैट पे जाके, हाइप पे जाके, इंस्टाग्राम पे जाके, वहां का यूथ जो है अपने न्यूड फोटोज अपलोड। तो अभी एक बैड ट्रेडिशन वहां स्टार्ट हुई है कि अपने न्यूड फोटोज सोशल साइट पे शेयर करो। और अगर हमारी सरकार ने कोई पॉलिसी बनाने का प्लान किया या कोई रूल्स इंप्लीमेंट करवाने, तो वो लोग रोड पे आ गए कि दिस इज आवर बॉडी एंड दिस इज आवर प्राइवेसी। सो एज पर द लॉ ये हमारा अधिकार है। सो राइट टू फ्रीडम की बात आ गई कि ये लिबर्टी की बात है, फ्रीडम की बात है। सरकार, गवर्नमेंट हमें हमारा शरीर, हमें कहाँ फोटोज पोस्ट करनी है, वीडियो वायरल करनी है, हम न्यूड फोटो करें, उस पर रोक नहीं सकते। तो अभी जर्मन गवर्नमेंट के सामने ये टास्क है कि हम यूथ को कैसे कंट्रोल करें, हम यूथ को कैसे बताएं कि नो डाउट ये कल्चरल ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन है, बट कल्चरल ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन में एक रिस्पेक्ट, एक मर्यादा होनी चाहिए। अपना बॉडी आप ऐसे पोस्ट नहीं कर सकते। तो उन्होंने बताया कि मैं वो माहौल देख रहा हूँ और यहाँ इंडिया का ये माहौल है। सो मुझे लगा कि कंपैरिजन टू जर्मनी, इंडियाज यूथ इज सो गुड, सो कल्चरल। सो उनकी एक एडवाइस है और वो मुझे अच्छी लगी। मैं सबके साथ कि बी स्पिरिचुअल, बी स्पिरिचुअल। अगर हमारा यूथ हमारी संस्कृति के साथ जुड़ा होगा, अगर हमारा यूथ हमारी थॉट्स और हमारी थॉट्स है कल्चरल वे पे, सांस्कृतिक स्पिरिचुअल जो थियरी है उससे तो कनेक्ट होना ही चाहिए। अदरवाइज आने वाले दिनों में भी जर्मनी के जैसा यूथ जो है वो तैयार होगा। सो उन्होंने बताया कि हमारी सरकार आज हर एक कॉलेज, हर एक यूनिवर्सिटीज में बी स्पिरिचुअल ये थीम पे काम कर रही है। हमारा रिलीजियन के साथ यूथ को हम कनेक्ट कर रहे हैं। तो इंडिया का यूथ तो वैसे भी कनेक्ट है। तो मैं ये यूथ को भी आज एक संदेश देना चाहती हूँ कि स्पिरिचुअल, बी स्मार्ट, और हमारे थॉट्स है, हमारे जो भारतीय संस्कृति के जो थॉट्स है उनको साथ में रख के हम डेवलपमेंट की दिशा में आगे बढ़ेंगे। फिर से आज इंटरनेशनल वुमेन डे पे मेरा आज सब के साथ मिलना हुआ। मैं थैंक्स कहना चाहती हूँ रेखा जी को, पूरे ट्रस्ट पर फैमिली यहाँ है उपस्थित, और स्टूडेंट्स को भी मेरी लॉट्स ऑफ विशेष और शुभकामनाओं के साथ वंदे मातरम।
थैंक यू सो मच मैम। लाइक जो आपने इनपुट्स दिए हैं, स्पेशली आईसीसी मेंबर्स की ट्रेनिंग, एंड साथ में आपने जो स्पेशल मेंशन किया कि डिजिटल विजिट जो प्रैक्टिकल वर्क में होना चाहिए, एंड द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी एज अ लॉ स्टूडेंट एज वेल एज द टीचर्स, दे शुड एक्चुअली कंट्रीब्यूट की अवेयरनेस समाज में जाके हम लोग करें। सो दीज इनपुट्स आर वी आर रियली गोइंग टू इनकॉर्पोरेट जो आपने दिया है, एंड वी आर रियली ग्रेटफुल that despite कि today आज आपका already इतना ज़्यादा hectic है, लेकिन आपने consent दिया and today you are with us. So thank you so much on behalf of both the organization. And let's just only for 5 minutes I request you ma'am to be there, and then you have the for the process.
Okay.
Yes, Komal.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your motivational words. Moving further, I would like to request Mr. Hemant Bhai J. Patel, sir, President of Sri Ramakrishna Seva Mandal, for presidential remarks.
Today's chief guest, Dr. Rajul Ben Desai, guest of honor, Ms. Pavni Mahalakshmi, distinguished guest and honorary secretary of Sri Ramakrishna Seva Mandal, Srimati Josna Ben Patel, the heads of Anand Law College and Anand College of Legal Studies, coordinators, researchers, scholars, faculty members, and all the students who have participated from across the country. Very good morning to all of you. It is a privilege for me to address the inauguration function of National Seminar on Global Landscape of Women's Empowerment in Today's Era, organized by both the institution of SRKSM. We celebrate International Women's Day to recognize the contribution being made by women across the world. If we consider the recent past, starting from COVID era, many researches have shown the findings on how new challenges have arisen for women across the globe, and especially working women who are mothers as well. Many working women have left the job during the last few years because of the imbalance in their roles in the society. I am very hopeful that this kind of platform will provide an opportunity for us to think about the possible situation for the same. Once again, I am thankful to all.
Thank you so much, sir. No program can be ended without gratitude. So, I would like to call upon Mr. Prat Trivedi to propose a vote of thanks.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It is an honor to give a vote of thanks to respected guest of honor, our chief guest, Honorable Secretary, Honorable President, respected principal, invited guests. With immense pleasure and gratitude, I would like to articulate that we have organized this national e-seminar on global landscape of women's empowered in today's era. With immense pleasure and profound gratitude, I would like to express my sincere thanks to our guest of honor, Ms. Mahalakshmi Pavani ma'am, Senior Advocate, Supreme Court of India and President of the Supreme Court Women's Lawyers Association. Thank you, ma'am, for providing your valuable and precious time for making this seminar a huge success. Without you, this seminar would have been a body without a soul. Thank you, ma'am. Secondly, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our chief guest, Dr. Rajul Desai ma'am, member of National Commission for Women and Chairperson, Committee Commission, UGC, Women's Cell Activities, under the head National Education Policy 2020 UGC. Thank you, ma'am, for marking your presence over here and for motivating all the students present over here. Also, thank you for giving suggestive measures for the welfare and improvement of women. Thank you so much, ma'am. I would like to give my profound gratitude to the President of Sri Ram Krishna Seva Mandal, Mr. Hemant Bhai J. Patel, sir, Without him, this seminar would have been a distant dream. I would also like to express my sincere gratitude to Srimati Jyotsna K. Patel Ma'am, Honorable Secretary, SRKSM. Words fell short in thanksgiving your ma'am. Without your support and effort, this function would have been carried out so smoothly and without any hindrance. Thank you, ma'am. I would also like to express my sincere thanks to Dr. Amit Kumar Parmar sir, the principal of Anand Law College. Without your bona fide and unaccounted efforts, nothing would have been possible and this function would have been carried out in soothing manner. Thank you, sir. Last but not the least, I would like to express my profound and heartfelt thanks to Dr. Rekha Kumari Singh ma'am, in charge principal, Anand College of Legal Studies. Ma'am is the only reason due to which this today's event have been possible. You itself are the perfect example of women empowerment. Thank you, ma'am. I would also like to thank the coordinator of this event, Mr. Ranveer Singh Mahida sir, for being a pillar of this seminar. I would also like to thank all the teaching and non-teaching and supporting staff for the complete preparation of this function within such short span of time. I would also like to thank the media team. I would also like to give special thanks to the anchor, Mrs. Komal Arora ma'am. Last but not the least, thanks to all the participants for coming over here. We are extremely delighted to host you for this event. You all have done your best, and thank you once again for showing your efforts in making this function a huge success. Lastly, I would like to say that feminism isn't about making women strong. Women are already strong. It's about changing the way the world perceives that strength. Once again, thank you all for being present over here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Yosa, ma'am. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. Now we are at the end of the inaugural ceremony. I would like to request all the students not to leave the session till our guests are in our session.
I request all the delegates that your technical session will start at 11. So already through mail it is shared the link. So I request you to join accordingly. Thank you so much.